Rawsome, someone has been putting prices in the red zone.
Looks like Blitz and Scramble are up to their old tricks. More force. Right.
At MitchellNissan.com, you can juke all the waiting games and pick the model, trim, and accessories you want from anywhere.
And you'll score extra points with our Customer Advantage package at no extra charge. That powers you to more savings.
Now that's what I call zone coverage. MitchellNissan.com. More, it's what we do.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers!
Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating with a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. In stock inventory is only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram models are only $6 over invoice. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford, but don't take my word for it.
When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for, and Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
I stopped by Gillen Ford looking for a pickup. In a couple of days, they got exactly what I wanted.
Gillen is a place where you want to come and shop. They make you feel like family. The service and the salespeople are amazing.
We've bought, I guess, 5 or 10 vehicles from them over the years.
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that. So we're really happy with Gillen Ford.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Soon I will cover the wiregrass and red tape. That way no one will be able to buy.
Not if the More Force has anything to do with it. More Force, on me.
At MitchellNissan.com, you'll experience the power of more, getting more for your trade-in and saving more time with our fast and easy service.
And everyone gets more with Mitchell Nissan's Customer Advantage package at no extra charge.
My red tape was no match for the power of more.
MitchellNissan.com. More, it's what we do.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers!
Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Premier Chrysler Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a premier deal. Nobody.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford, but don't take my word for it.
Had a great experience at Gillen. Did most of my shopping online. Great website. Came down here for about 10 minutes, looked at what I wanted to. We were able to fill out paperwork and come back, sign, and drive it away.
I got my Ford Bronco at Gillen's Ford in Ozark. I got a wonderful deal. They're wonderful salespeople. Just come on down and get you one.
You know, they're just like family to us, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Gillen's got it.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for students and parents to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep our children safe. Make sure children leave home on time so they can arrive at the bus stop before it is due. Wait in a location where the driver can see them while approaching. While seated, your child must take their backpack off and place it in front of them on the floor or in their lap. Young children must have a parent or adult present for the child to be picked up or dropped off. A bus cannot leave or move until the child is 12 feet away. Pike County Schools, excellence in education.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, boy.
So many people have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford, but don't take my word for it.
Gillen is a place where you want to come and shop.
When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for.
Wonderful salesmen. They treat you wonderful here.
Had a great experience at Gillen. Great sales staff. We were able to fill out paperwork, come back, sign, and drive it away.
The service here at Gillen's was outstanding.
They make you feel like family.
And Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
Gillen's got it.
At Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, we want you and your family to be customers for life.
Every new car purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and lifetime oil changes at no additional cost.
And when it comes to selling your car or trading it in for a newer model, get more with an instant cash offer from Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, the official Kelley Blue Book buying center.
And remember, every new car purchase comes with a free lifetime warranty and lifetime oil changes.
Customers for life only at Bondi's Enterprise Toyota.
Hey, it's Meredith here with Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. I'm here with our July Jeep Dog of the Month, Rossi. Rossi is here to introduce you to the redesigned 24 model year Wranglers. The new Wrangler is built for those who dream of unbound adventure. Like Rossi, we have over 50 to choose from. Reserve yours today at Mitchell, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, Enterprise, Alabama. See you soon.
During the Make This a Summer sales event, save up to $5,000 off MSRP on new Jeep models in stock.
It's your last chance to make this the summer event at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Last call on our inventory of new Dodge Chargers. Save up to $6,000 or get up to $5,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokee L models. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for our community to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep children safe. As a member of our community, please remember these simple rules. Stop and stay 20 feet back behind the bus. If you are meeting the bus on a 2-lane road, you must stop 20 feet in front of us when the stop sign is out. Please look out for children. If the student must cross the road after getting off the bus, the child must always cross in front of the bus. Pike County Schools. Excellence in education.
Hey, it's Meredith here with Mitchell Chrysler Dodge Ram and Jeep. I'm here with our July Jeep Dog of the Month, Rossi. Rossi is here to introduce you to the redesigned 24 model year Wranglers. The new Wrangler is built for those who dream of unbound adventure. Like Rossi, we have over 50 to choose from. Reserve yours today at Mitchell Chrysler Dodge Ram and Jeep, Enterprise, Alabama. See you soon.
Right now, during the Make This the Summer sales event, finance the new 2023 Ram 1500 for just 2.9 APR for 72 months.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line, 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet. Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, Alabama. Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new. In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy. So come see us at Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, Alabama, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
The summer sales event at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with great summer deals like $12,000 off new Ram 1500 limited crew cab models, or save up to $6,000 off on Ram 2500 models. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
School bus transportation plays a critical role in education. This is a reminder for students and parents to keep school bus safety at the forefront to keep our children safe. Make sure children leave home on time so they can arrive at the bus stop before it is due. Wait in a location where the driver can see them while approaching. While seated, your child must take their backpack off and
So homecoming, huge experience. Glad it's over with. And but on to the next thing. Highland Home. Here it comes, Coach Pouncey as it is. Highland Home, ranked number 2 in the great state of Alabama in 2A. We're ranked number 6. So we got 2 top 10 teams. 7 o'clock at Laverne. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deep all the way around there. The deal is, this is a program that in the last 2 years has been in the semifinals with that chip on that shoulder of getting to the state championship. And you got kids with experience, kids who've been there, kids who've been starting that whole time. Phenomenal quarterback. Some big time committed Division I guys, and they're well coached. They know what they're doing, and they play hard, and they've beaten the crap out of everybody they played. So it's a challenge. We haven't played anybody like them, but they ain't played nobody like us either. So it's a two-way street.
Yep.
But they're seasoned, they're veterans, and they have a huge advantage in that. But like I've told our kids, the only way to get seasoned is get in the fire.
That's it.
Is get in there.
Jump in there.
And, the big thing I've tried to push, and I talked about this earlier today with someone, is that, for games like this, that's a rivalry. You're 50 minutes apart. You're in the same region in a sport. You're top-ranked teams. You both got something to lose. You're both undefeated. I try to take the onus off of them of that rivalry stuff. From when I first sent it out to them on Saturday morning and remind the stuff for the week, the bottom and remind is how we communicate with all elements of things. So you can't get too high and too low for games. You can get so high, and I know they won't want me bringing this up, but you can be a Troy who beats an LSU and then loses to somebody the next week. You know what I'm talking about?
Campbell's.
Yeah, that stuff happens. It happens every single Saturday when you get so high for something that you can't rebound the next week. When we have more games to play, I've made this week from start one, not about Highland Home. They're like I tell the kids, they're a nameless opponent to us. They're the next team we play. They're the most important game of your life because it's the only guaranteed next game of your life. But beyond that, this win is about week 11. Just like Lynette was. It was the same battle cry for me. You heard me talk about it all year.
You did.
Same battle cry the week before that and the week before that. This is about week 11. To win this ball game is to extend what those granddaddies and daddies and uncles and cousins and brothers have done for the last 40 straight years, and that's put Luverne into the playoffs in Alabama. So at different levels too. So the bottom line is, this is about week 11. Winning this game is week 11. Forget who we play. The name does not matter. It is about week 11. To do this will assure you a piece of that pie. So that's what we're playing for. And I've battle cried that. And I'm different than a lot. I don't talk about, who we play per se. And we're talking about the coaches like, we've talked about this, like the assistants, they gave an example. They said, you never even mentioned them all week. We're going with what they do, but I don't mention we're playing so Friday now, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The first deal, I never discuss them. I don't discuss players, I use numbers, they got a number 10, they got a number 5, they got a number 3, you know what I'm saying? Well, number 3's here. I don't give names, I don't give, it's business. This is what we're here to do, and here's the deciding factor for us, and it's like this for all. Bear Bryant said it best. You play 65 plays for 2 or 3 to determine the outcome of the game. We've got to make those 2 or 3 determine the outcome of the game for us.
And the trick is you don't know when those 2 or 3 are coming.
You don't know, and usually you don't know it till it's over. Like at Lynette, I knew it the minute it happened, right before halftime. I talked about that. I jogged across the field laughing about it. I knew that was one of the 3.
Yeah.
That was it right there.
Yep.
The first one was stopping them on 4th and goal.
And then
the next one was just rolling them up, coming out of there. That was the 2 that determined the destiny of the rest of the game. But for this game, those 2 or 3 plays got to come down to this. Turnovers. 0 turnovers. I know what our outcome will be. We cannot turn the football over. The penalties. We've done a lot of penalties. We've gotten better at it in the last few weeks.
I was going to say, how was that last week?
We've gotten better.
Okay.
In some games like you just don't. You don't create them, right. And the pressure's not on as much to do it. But the penalties, we can't get behind the chains, and that's most high school football teams. We can't get behind the chains. We got to control our own destiny. And we can control it through penalties and through jumping off sides, those little things like that.
Self-inflicted
wounds. We talk about it all the time, but holding on to the football. In the NFL, this is from years ago. The statistic was like 72 or 78% of the teams that turn the ball over the least, win the game. It's and I can only imagine it's that much more at high school. It's a battle of turnovers. It's a battle of giveaways. Bear Bryant said, and again, I've said this on here before, I'm not a huge Bear Bryant fan. I've just looked at some of his books years ago and remember some of the stuff. I'm talking about like in the 90s.
One of the greatest coaches ever.
Yeah, but exactly. But one of the things is, it's the only stat that matters in football is giveaways and takeaways. Giveaways and takeaways will determine what your team is.
Big time swing.
That's it. And we're high on it right now with our defense, and they can do some things that we haven't seen yet. So it'll be interesting, to see. And, because again, the coin another Bear Bryant, you never know how horse will pull till you hook him to a heavy load.
Until you got to hook him at a heavy load.
And we're going to get hooked to a heavy load. And but again, it's going to be a two-way street. Our kids are very, very physical. They play hard for their town. They play hard for their school. They play hard for each other. They're a pretty thick group. And
they stand up for each other, don't they?
Oh yeah. And the deal is it's going to be a very, very physical game. There's no question about it. But it's like what I've told him from when I got hired, and he's heard me say this at Elba and on down the road. I want to be the team nobody wants to play, because between the whistles we physically beat you up, and you have to rebound from it for a few days. That old school, hard-nosed football, because football's played way higher now, than it used to be. The physical teams who are physical, they do something to you. They make you question why you really want to be out. Do you really want to be out there? And they make you question it. So, we want to be that team, and we practice that way, and push that to them, whether it's in the weight room or whatever. We want to be a very physical team, but in the confines of the football game, above the waist and in front of the body, and stop on the whistle. Start on the snap count when that ball flinches, but you stop on that whistle. With and do things with class and pride. That we're Laverne Tigers, and and we're going to play football the right way.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I know Glen Daniel Stadium will be rocking Friday night. Like you said, 7-8 deep, standing room only.
Ooh, it's going to be crazy.
And there'll be a lot of popcorn popped, a lot of hot dogs eaten, and everybody will be having a good time. And I got a feeling you've hit the nail on the head. This one's going to come down to turnovers. Whoever creates the turnovers and whoever doesn't turn it over, it'll be something to be talked about next week. But I think I'm going to agree with you on that, this game, because it's two highly contested teams, both ranked in the top 10, both physical, both undefeated. I just got a feeling that'll be something to talk about next week.
It will be. It's going to be that. And, and back to that, for the last to close it out, the last Bear Bryant, the last Bear Bryant thing is, most games are lost by the loser, not won by the winner. They
I like that one.
And that's, and it goes back to it's that thing, team that makes fewest mistakes wins, and that fewest mistakes is the penalties and the turnovers.
That's right.
I mean, it's that simple. And it really is, but it's going to be fun. It can't get here, and I know Coach is the same way. For y'all, I keep pointing over here. He's sitting right there, and
Coach Pounce, he's on deck.
Yeah, he's on deck. We've done talk 2 or 3 times today, texting, talking, but we do all the time, and we're friends and have been since I moved to Alabama. We've been friends, and our families are friends, and that's the kind of game we want to have.
That's good.
2 friends showing up with their buddies. Let's get it on in a high school football game, and when it's over, we're friends.
There you go.
That's it.
Well, Coach, best of luck at Glen Daniel Stadium Friday night. Ever hat comes out, best of luck to the Laverne Tigers. Stay healthy.
Appreciate you. We got to stay healthy. Got to stay healthy.
Coach Ed Rigg with the Laverne Tigers. We'll be right back.
Place it in front of them on the floor or in their lap. Young children must have a parent or adult present for the child to be picked up or dropped off. A bus cannot leave or move until the child is 12 feet away. Pike County Schools. Excellence in education.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Tell them, boy.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Hey Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh yeah.
No spoilers.
Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. Weeks with these jamborees and stuff. I don't know. Is it week 6?
Well, now you got jamborees. Now you got week zeros. You got. I have no idea. This is our 7th official game, so we'll
go week 7 then. Coach Will Pouncey with the Highland Home Flying Squadron. Coach, we just gonna keep doing it until we can't do it no more. Hopefully we do it all year. You can't win them all unless you win the first 6.
That's exactly right.
And you have done that, and the Flying Squadron are off to a great season. And congratulations on a nice win over Brantley, 46-0 last Friday night. Coach, just briefly tell us how the game unfolded for you.
Well, we came out. I mean, you can never take a Brantley team lightly.
Sure, yeah.
You know, like I said, their record, it's still. I mean, they're 3-3 right now. They're coming in, I think, 3-2 at the time, and you know, we've gotten off to a hot start, but you know, there's never no disrespect to the Brantley Bulldogs and their tradition and Coach Rowland and everything they do down there. So we were ready for the challenge. They came in and we got off to a hot start and made some big plays and you know, I always say the word snowball, but it kind of did snowball for us. I mean, we had all the momentum and we rode out that momentum and then you know, found ourselves in rare territory to be able to get some younger guys in the end of the game against Brantley.
Get some experience.
Get some experience for them, you know. But Brantley has some guys banged up, you know, and they're about to get all their guys back and be able to piece that puzzle back together. And, you know, I look forward to them making a good playoff run, you know, in their division.
Okay. Coach, running game, passing game, was the offensive line blowing holes?
I mean, they were. I mean, it was like an all-around team effort. I mean, first of all, we need to start with the defense. Man, they put a donut on the board.
Yes.
So you know what that means. Coach has got to buy donuts. It's donut time. So got to buy donuts.
You didn't think they were going to forget about that?
No, they wouldn't go forget about that one. So I'm always proud to do it.
That's right.
The defense played lights out, of course, and you know we established you know, really the passing game early. It was kind of vice versa than what you would think, but you know, Brantley sold out on our run game a little bit and I don't blame them. I mean, you got to stop the run and make a beat to the air.
So y'all saw an opportunity to throw it a little bit.
That's right. We got some guys open downfield. Or Greg Tate just made some unbelievable plays. We started off the game. I think on our first series where Tyler Cheney hitting a big post route, taking it in for a touchdown. We called him a man coverage, and he just kind of ran away where the safety wasn't there, and just basically outran the guy. And so we got off to a hot start there, and that really got all our guys kind of rolling, got the momentum going in our favor, and you know, then once we was able to do that and make them back off a little bit, then we were able to pound the ball. Yeah. So it's usually run the ball, open up the pass, but we kind of went, you know, invert from that.
Gotcha.
So you know, it just, and the way our defense was playing all night, it was you know, it really gave us opportunities to do what we need to do on the offensive side of the ball.
And snowball, and you got some younger guys in there.
We did.
That's not normally the case when you play Brantley. The younger kids get to play.
Well, usually when we play the younger kids against Brantley, the score's reversed. History will show, like I said. But Brantley's going to put it back together. They're getting you know, their quarterback back here soon, one of our better players, and they're going to be able to move. And like I said, those pieces of the puzzle, put them all together, and you know, I have full confidence in them. And you know, of course, I cheer cheer for those guys and represent Chris Charles County to do what they need to do to beat Brantley Bulldogs.
Coach, you get all your extra points?
We did. So very proud of that. Very proud of that. So like special teams played well. Like I said, we didn't give up no lazy touchdowns like we did against Horseshoe Bend.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, well, Coach might have made a point of emphasis last week in practice.
Y'all covered it, huh?
That's right. So, everybody did their job and took pride in their job, and there was no relaxing. And, then the younger guys and the other guys, our 2s and our 3s, the guys that got in the game, they took the opportunity to get better and to put their best foot forward.
So when the 2s, or let's say the younger kids get in the game, how important is it to the 1s to remind them about the donuts?
Trust me. Well, they're usually breathing down my neck. So
put us back in.
So that's why I started buying hoodies this year, so I can do this. Yeah. But they're right there behind us, and but making sure they know. But the biggest thing is, in the group of kids that we have right now, the group of guys we got, they're so mature. I know they're kids, but they're so mature. It's hard to just reference them as kids because of everything they bring to the table. But the group of guys we got, they they're there supporting these guys and teaching these guys, and just really being great teammates and great ambassadors, for Highland Homeschool in general. Yeah. But what they do and the encouragement, I mean, even at the JV games on Tuesday night, anytime we're at home, they're there and they're, if they see them doing wrong, they try to correct them and try to coach them up themselves.
Okay. Well, Coach, putting the Brantley game behind us and moving on to week 7, we'll call it. And here comes Laverne.
Yes.
And you're going 12, 15 minutes up the road to Glenn Daniels Stadium. Speak to us a little bit about the challenges Laverne brings.
I mean, it is. They're an undefeated football team. They're undefeated for a reason. I mean, Ed Rigby's come in. Like I said, he's alluded to us being really good friends. We talk every day, if not twice or two or three times a day.
Yeah.
So we speak often, and we got to coach together before. He hired me on his first head coaching staff in the state of Alabama down in Elba. And, we had a good year there. And, of course, I've taken off of my career, and he's been to some other places, won a state championship at Elba, went to Eufaula, Pike Road. Now he's landed back at Luverne. And, I'm like, man, I was like, we're good friends. You got to go to my arch rival. I mean, come on, but no. But of course, that's all in good fun. But a lot of respect there. A lot of respect there for what they do, and I've learned a lot from Coach Rigby. I really have. And I've always tried to take a little bit for every coach I've always coached with. Try to put my little spin on things as well. But he talks about Bear Bryant a lot in the book he read. I try to read a bunch of books, a lot of coaches' books, and read numerous amounts of books, and just try to take one little thing and and what molds our program the best. So I encourage all young coaches and coaches who are coming up in this business to do that. Get all the information you can, and you don't have to use everything, but use what applies.
That's right.
And going back to football now, going back to the game, it's going to be a heck of a challenge going over to Luverne. I thought we had a better team a couple of years ago, and I felt really confident. We went over there and got our doors blown off. So I'm hoping, and our guys know that's probably the best thing that ever happened to our football program was us being humbled like that. Because once that happened, we corrected and righted the ship, and we've been to back-to-back state semifinals last 2 years, and hoping to continue to build on that success.
Yeah, Coach, and the football in Crenshaw County is just unbelievable, and this will decide the county championship a little bit, and I know that's a big thing for the kids and the parents and the administration. Talk to us about the difficulties of the environment of Glenn Daniels Stadium, the fans.
Well, I mean, it's already tough enough to go there, but now when Highland Homes go in there, it's really, really heated. I mean, we've had, especially in recent history, both of us being, top teams and, playing in the semifinals a few years ago, and it's just such a heated rivalry and means so much to so many people because most of these people are kinfolks. Most of these people
they play recreation baseball together.
They play recreation. They grow up together. They have family reunions together. Go to church together. And it is just, it's one of those rivalries where you want to have bragging rights. Like I said, my brother is his name's Wes Pouncey, and you know, we love each other and we call each other every day, but you put me and him in an arena together, we about to get after it. And you know, because we're going to want bragging rights over each other.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel, Coach Rigby. I mean, I can't wait to get it on and shake hands after the game and just hopefully the best team and who plays the best ball games is one who wins the game.
Yeah, well, Coach, being week 7, the bumps and bruises are probably starting to mount up a little bit. How is your health coming out of the Brantley game? Pretty healthy going into Laverne?
We are. I mean, actually, we got a guy back in Skylar Sampley, who's a big part of our depth, and he's a very versatile guy. He plays anything from, he actually came in and was our quarterback last year against Luverne whenever, as a 10th grader, whenever Bryce McKenzie got knocked out of the game. And we kind of held him on a precautionary notice, and he came in and did a good job and, manned the offense. But he plays wide receiver, he plays defensive end, he plays outside linebacker. So it's a guy that we get back.
And this will be his first game back?
This will be his first game back. He got hurt against Lynette, shoulder popped out, went right back in. And, we gave him a couple weeks, get that back, make sure everything's good and stable there. And so he's a guy that we get back. We've had little bumps and bruises, whatever, in practice because we practice physical. And we're going to continue to practice physical. If you don't practice physical, you can't play physical.
You're not going to play physical.
And it's high risk, high reward. I mean, you're risking somebody getting hurt every day in practice. But if you don't go in there ready to hit, you ain't going to hit on Friday night. It's like I said earlier, it's not a switch.
You play like you
turn
practice.
on.
That's right. I believe in that. You play like you practice. Well, Coach, hey, best of luck going over to Laverne. Will you do all your pregame stuff in Highland Home and then bus over, or will you go over like a normal road game?
We're going to do it very similar to how we did when we went and played Goshen. What we do is we get everything dressed. We're taped. And all that, we get on the bus, we ride over there. Basically, I want to get off the bus,
and
warm up, come back, do our special teams checks, do our pregame, rah-rah, whatnot. Let's hit the field and play ball, kick it off. And then once we're done, hey, let's go pick up our stuff, get on the bus, get back to Highland Home, Alabama.
That's what I was thinking, too. I didn't think y'all would get over there and early like that. Yeah, good. Well, Coach, best of luck over in Laverne, Highland Home, Coach Will Pouncey, and we'll be right back here on the Coaches Show.
Sanders Strut Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Strut Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. From 1959 to 2023, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, why this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wiley Sanders. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Coach Don Moore with the Goshen Eagles here on the Coaches Show tonight. And, Coach, 4-2 overall. The Eagles are off to a good start and a nice win Friday night over Kinston, 41-7. And, hey, 2 wins in a row. Always nice to catch them back-to-back like that. And that can really roll into some momentum a little bit when you win them back-to-back. Speak to us a little bit about how that game unfolded and the momentum the Eagles may be carrying.
Well, you know, we made a point of emphasis, like I said, after we lost 2 in a row, about, you know, our standard of practicing for the most part, and that rolling over to the game. And we had a really good week of practice last week, and our guys were ready, and they knew the task at hand, and they went out there and performed pretty well. You know, there were a couple, you know, not so bright spots, but you know, those are all coachable and fixable.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you know, that's what we've been concentrating on this week, is kind of correcting those things. And you know, as far as everything else goes, you know, our players, you know, knew what the job was, and they went over and handled business.
Good deal, good deal. And Coach, again, it was ground and pound with 240 yards rushing in the game. Jamar McClure, Smedrick Andrews, and Jaden McNabb all scored on the ground in the first half against Kinston. Speak to us about those three and those three kids, and they're running the ball, and how the offensive line, the wide receivers blocked against Kinston, and how those ground rushing attack unfolded.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, you know, like I said, our offensive line has, you know, done a heck of a job here recently. You know, and what it is, our backs are very unselfish. Even our quarterback, Jay McNabb, he blocks for those guys. Like when he's not running, if it's coming, you know, that way or whatever, or Jamari cuts back,
he'll turn it up and get a block.
He'll get in the way, you know, because he plays defense as well. So he's a physical guy, and they're a trifecta back there. I mean, it really is, and it's a blessing to have three guys like that, and they can run the ball, and run it between the tackles. That's the biggest thing. Is, you know, we got some fast guys, and there's other people that have fast guys too, but you know, to have three guys that will run it up in there, and not
square it up and get low,
and not be scared of that hornet's nest, so to speak, is a blessing to have. And you know, they feed off each other, really and truly. Like I'm being honest with you, they're some of the most unselfish players when it comes to blocking for each other.
They take pride in it.
They do, and you know, our receivers have done a heck of a job too here recently. We kind of, you know, had a big, you know, meeting on that whole agenda, not just receivers but everybody as a whole, about doing your job better, and you know, and they've taken that to heart, and you know, and they're doing that, you know, then it's showing on film, and you know, that's what you show me a team that can rush the ball really hard in between tackles, I show you a pretty physical football team.
And one that's going to win some games.
Yes, sir.
That's down in the trenches, I thoroughly believe, is where games are won and lost. Coach, there was only 2 passes in the game. Both of them were complete. So you're 100% right there. And both to Tyler McClendon for 63 yards. And, hey, wasn't much need to throw it. If you're running the ball like you were doing it, talk to us a little bit about Tyler's 2 catches. Also, he had a pick 6.
Yeah, he did.
So
99-yard.
Give us a little bit about Tyler's game.
Well, he's coming on, man. He's an unbelievable athlete. That's what, you know, everybody kind of looks at him as, you know, they know his name around here about baseball, which he is a phenomenal baseball player, but he is a really, really phenomenal football player as well. And when Tyler is one of those guys that, you know, he's only limited by what he does. You know, if he like he's been doing here recently, like going all out, like sky's the limit for that young man. He is so blessed with talent and size, you know, and he just, you know, when he goes and makes plays, you know, he's a big guy for us, and you know, it's no mistake that he's one of our better receivers that we go to, and McNabb trusts him, you know, and he gets the ball to him, and our other receivers do a really good job too. You know, so he's just one of those guys that can seem to get open.
Gotcha.
You know, and you know, you trust when you throw it to him, he's going to catch it.
Yeah. Coach, pick 6. Did he hop in front of a slant route, or was it a button hook he jumped?
No, sir. It was a deep ball. They were trying to score right before half.
Okay.
And, he jumped up in front of the receiver, picked it off, kind of stumbled back into the end zone, and then took it to the house. And
it was a punt return on.
Yes, sir, it was. And our guys did a great job of turning around and blocking. You know, we harp on that all the time.
That's where I was going.
On defense, Coach Mike does a great job of instilling when they do something like that, we pick up a fumble, or you know, they get an interception at practice, that you know, we're harping on about blocking, you know, and not blocking in the back and not doing anything stupid. And
right.
And so, you know, they did a good job on that. He made a couple guys miss, of course, but you know, they turned around, and of course, again, unselfish. and started blocking. So that's a
100-yard pick six.
Yes, sir.
I was thinking you were just going to tell me he jumped a slant route and took it to the
No,
house.
sir. It was about, I would say probably about 10 seconds right before half.
Okay.
So he scored, and there was no time left on the clock.
Gotcha. What about the self-inflicted wounds? I mean, we discussed penalties last week. Did we do better in the penalty book this week?
Somewhat. That's a sore subject.
Okay.
And our guys know it. It's not like it's something.
Well, you win 41-7.
And we just had some. There's a line between penalties that I call that are effort penalties and are just bonehead penalties.
Right.
Jumping off sides, being lined up in the neutral zone. All those things, false starts. Those are bonehead penalties. Those are lack of focus, lack of mental focus.
Yep.
The effort penalties, the holds, the pass interferences, the inadvertent face mask, all those things are penalties that are going to happen.
Athletic hustle.
Right. Yeah. There's nothing you can do, and there's a difference between holds and lazy holds. Those are things that we harp on is the lazy holds and the bonehead penalties, and so we had a few of those. The bonehead penalties, and so we're we've addressed it, and we're moving forward, and hopefully we can get better. But it wasn't too bad. It was seven penalties.
I got you.
And 4 of them were those bonehead
ones. Okay. How about, did we get all our extra points this week?
Missed one.
Okay.
And he was Zion Picatosta State. You don't have to get on him because he gets
was
home
mad at
himself more than anybody else can.
All right.
That's for sure.
We cover all our kicks.
Yes, sir. We do, and I got to give a hats off to our kickoff team. I told them this last week, and our special teams coordinator did too, Coach Brian Allewine, is it shows up on film how aggressive they are and how they fly down the field, and other teams kind of take notice of that because I've had a couple coaches text me and say, how do you get your guys to go down there that hard on kickoff? And it's simple. It's them, and we make a point of emphasis on that. And it's always great when you got a kicker that can kick it deep, and he's got a chance to put it in the end zone every time. So
yeah, that is a weapon in high school.
It is.
And Coach, let's put Kinston behind us. Good win, 41-7. It was out of region win, but it is a win. We're jumping back in region play this week. Y'all are hosting Barber County, a much improved Jaguar team. Actually got a win this year, and they got a little taste of what it's like to win. That could be some. That could cause some problems. Talk to us a little bit about Barber County.
Well, they're very athletic. As always, their quarterback's really fast and really elusive. They got a good running back, and they got a good receiver that. You gotta do your job, and that's been our biggest thing on defense is playing, doing your job and playing fundamentally sound, and and being gap responsible. That's a big thing for us in tackling. Especially tackling those guys that are really fast.
Yeah.
You got to shimmy down, you got to break down a little bit earlier so you can get there. Because if you get too close, they're just gonna run by you.
Yeah, they got you. Yeah.
And we're big on leverage tackling on which hip you're supposed to tack if you're an outside hip fitter, if you're an inside hip fitter, and fitting your right spot on that is a big thing for us, and that's what we've been really working on this week. And defensively, they give you a bunch of different looks, and they play hard. That's what I told our guys. Look, it's homecoming. It is this, and there's a time and place for those things. But at the end of the day, we still got to practice because it's a region game, and we need to win this one.
Yeah, and the kids speak to us about the homecoming distractions that'll come with the assembly Friday and everything.
Oh yeah,
comes
well
with it.
It's part of it, and you got to deal with it as a head coach. It's homecoming's great for the community and great for the school and great for the staff and for the players too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you don't win. And that's what I tell them. It don't matter about all that stuff if you don't win homecoming. So all these people are coming back to see you, and and all that other stuff is great. But it's a time and place for that. And then when we come out here, you got to separate that. Go have fun. Go do that stuff. Go work on the float. Go enjoy the pet rally. Go do all that stuff. But when it's time to come to practice, it's time to focus. That's where we need to be.
Yeah, get better this week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, Barber County Jaguars coming to town, homecoming. Best of luck, Coach Don Moore with the Goshen Eagles. Coach, thank you for being here
sir,
tonight.
thank you.
I know you don't have anything else going on. This was all you had to do tonight, right?
Well, I
we
appreciate
you
it.
being here.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Hey, we'll be right back, folks.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers.
Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. From 1959 to 2023, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, about this T680?
got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wiley Sanders. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Hello Wiregrass, Larry Smith with Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark. With new Chevrolet Silverados and new GMC Sierras priced below invoice, why go anywhere else?
Gillen's got it. A lot of dealers in the Wiregrass area are running low on inventory. Not at Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark. Gillen's got it.
Come see the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in the Wiregrass area at Gillen Chevrolet GMC in Ozark and see why Gillen's got it.
Gillen's got it.
Visit us online at either GillenChevrolet.com or GillenGMC.com.
Gillen's got it.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Rawsome.
Back to the Coaches Show. Coach Mark Hertz with the Pike County Bulldogs. Coach, last Friday night, Headland came in, jumped out to a 20-0 lead, and you were just about to start the comeback, and things kind of went astray, and the game was over. Tell us just a little bit about what went on before we move on to New Brockton.
I mean, well, first of all, I just want to say that, we don't condone what happened. We're definitely not, our program is not going in that direction.
Yes, sir.
In finding a positive in the whole thing, we got to use this as a teaching tool and teach our kids that you can't make decisions based on emotions and react, based on your emotions. I think that the whole stadium, just the way the whole scenario happened, the whole stadium got emotional. One of the kids, we thought had passed out and something was going on, and everybody got emotional and lost track of what was happening. And, you're dealing with, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids who couldn't get their emotions in check at the time. And, the incident just got out of hand.
Yes, sir.
But we don't condone it. We're going to correct it. We put things in place to take care of it. It's a serious matter to us because that's not how we want to reflect our program. So
Yes,
we're
sir.
definitely going to put some measures in place. And, the kids, everything that's happening, those kids that were involved, they're going to deal with their consequences, and we're going to move forward.
Yes,
And that's where we are now. And we think we've gotten better understanding out of it. At the time, everyone thinks they're doing right, but then when the consequences and you sit down and you think about it, you realize, hey, this is the wrong way to
It's
handle
one of those heat of the moment
yeah,
deals, too.
and and I just want to send a shout out to a lot of coaches around the state that called me. And, this was my first incident like that, by the way, after all my years of coaching.
Okay.
But several coaches called me and said, "Hey, coach, it happened to me once. I know it's something you really hate to deal with, but it happens." And so I got a lot of support and a lot of calls about it. And so we just moved past it. We'll move past it now.
That's right, Coach. And that was an out of region game, but hey, you're 2-3 on the year. But look here, Coach. 1, 2, 3, 4 region games in a row to
Yes, sir.
finish out the season. 4 region games in a row. And I really think the Pike County Bulldogs can run the table in these region games moving forward through this rest of the year. And first up, coming back to Pike County High School, is the New Brockton Gamecocks. Speak to us a little bit about New Brockton and the challenges they're going to pose Friday night.
Well, New Brockton is they're improved from last year. They've improved a lot. They have 3 receivers that I think are pretty good receivers, athletic guys. They have a big running back, and they have a quarterback that's pretty shifty. They like to sprint out a lot, and I'm thinking that is because some of their linemen on one side or the other may not be as big or inexperienced, but they do have some bigger guys in the middle. But the quarterback, he likes to sprint out. He's really shifty, and the thing about him, he'll throw the ball up, and when he throw it up, he throws it in the area because his guys are athletic, where they actually can make a play, if they're in good position.
Somebody told me one time that if you throw it up like that, like you're saying, 2 out of the 3 things are good.
It's 50-50
ball. You can catch it, you might get pass interference, or you don't catch it.
Right.
Or you get it intercepted. So it's 50. It's 50-50. Yeah.
It's a 50-50 ball. And, that's better than not throwing it at all.
Right.
And if you have a kid that can make plays, and they have those receivers, I think they can make a play but we just have to be in position. We have to kind of keep him contained. He likes to throw and run. And, defensively, I let my offensive coaches watch that a lot, but I did watch some. Their scheme is a pretty good scheme. So, they beat Opp early in the year.
I was just about to say they
in Opp. Yep. So, you can't sleep on these guys. They know about our situation. We look a little different this week. So
a little different personnel.
They'll definitely be motivated to come in. And so we just have to come out and play our best game. We simplified everything. We try to keep everything simple this week for some of the younger guys that we'll play.
Right.
And but we feel like confident. We're not afraid. We feel like we can win the game. We just feel like we have to do things right. We have to protect the ball, tackle, and execute.
Yeah, Coach, I know that several players were banged up. Running back didn't play, linebacker didn't play, and 2 games ago, and you were holding them out of the Headland game. And how's the health trending going into the New Brockton game?
Well, it's getting better.
Okay.
We got 1 or 2 of the starters back, and one is we kind of easing him in a little bit. He plays both ways, but we may just play him on the defensive side of the ball, just to kind of get him going a little bit. But we look a little better. We won't be as bad as we initially thought after all the outcomes of the things that happened this week. So we just have to go in motivated, and it's homecoming, and a lot of fans will be home. So hopefully that'll get the boys the energy they need, and we can, go out and play a great game.
Right. Did Strawn losing this last Friday night reopen the region, kind of, or was or were they out of region?
Who did Strawn play?
Ayrton.
That's out of region.
Out of region.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Coach, you 2-2 in the region. You got 4 region games coming up. I could see y'all finishing 6-2 in the region. You win these 4 games. We're talking New Brockton coming to Pike County, then you're at Providence, then you're open, then you host Daleville, and then you're at Houston Academy. New Brockton's winnable, Providence is winnable, Daleville's winnable, and Houston Academy is winnable. 6-2 in the region, and 2 seed, 3 seed.
Well, I like the way you speak. I like what you're saying.
I'm thinking.
Hey, I would love for it to happen just like that.
I think
of course, we're gonna have to work at it.
Second or third in the region is what I'm thinking.
Well, that would be one more game than we won last year, so that'll put you at third. But either way, I just want to get in. Once you get in, anything can happen.
Well, it cleans the slate.
Right.
You
start out 0-0.
Everybody 0-0 once in playoffs start.
Correct.
And you like we talked about 3 or 4 minutes ago, the health is trending up. You're starting to get some players back that have been out and banged up. And Coach, here we are. I've been looking. Is it week 6 or week 7? I'm calling it week 7 because I don't know about these jamborees and everything, but it is the 7th week of football.
Correct.
Whether jamboree or not, but the bangs and the bruises are there. Some kids are playing hurt. Some kids are playing bruised. Some kids are playing injured. And you're getting some injuries back. But speak to us about those bumps and bruises and just the overall. How many ice buckets y'all got going on type of deal?
We keep ice buckets.
Okay.
We're thin. But, the good thing is that some younger guys got to play. I mean, we had a 9th grader that started.
Experience.
We had a 9th grader starting the last 2 games. It's big for him. He's going to be a great player for us. And, we got some other younger players that are starting to step up, and they're getting reps and they're getting game, high school experience. And the more they get, the better they're going to be. And, if we get all those other guys back, now we have some depth, you know what I mean? Because we have guys with game experience.
Right.
So, it's a part of the game. You don't plan for it, but, the end result is you're trying to get the best out of it, the best result out of it. And so, the positive out of it, we have some younger guys that's gaining experience as we go.
Right.
And they're making some mistakes or whatever, but guess what? They're getting that experience. And so, if we get our other guys well, they come back and they play, and now we can rest them a little bit and give them, give the other guys some plays. So, I mean, it's a good thing.
Coach, one more question from last weekend. I know we're talking about New Brockton now, but it just come over me, and I think everybody watching would want me to ask you. The health scare of Braylon Jackson, his status, Coach, is he – I know he's probably not going to play, or he might, or whatever, but what's his health status after the scare of him passing out or whatever?
Yeah, well, that's what it was. It was a health scare. Okay. But Braylon is fine.
Good.
Saw him today. He's walking around.
Okay.
He's smiling.
That's great.
He's being Braylon.
Good.
And so
good,
he's Braylon's a nice young man. Doesn't say a whole lot, but he smiles a lot. But he's smiling and he's coming to practice and standing around and he's doing the things he needs to do.
Good.
So he's fine.
Okay.
He's fine.
That's great. And I know that's what people would want me to ask you, and I appreciate you answering that honestly. But hey, homecoming, it's homecoming?
It is homecoming.
Homecoming, the distractions of the assembly and dressing up. I mean, you got to get there. You got to get those kids' attention Friday and say, "Hey, we got a game tonight now."
Well, we had some other things to get our attention last week.
I got you.
So there were a lot of distractions, but some of the distractions kind of helped us get focused as well. So.
Okay. All right. Well, best of luck against the New Brockton Gamecocks, and it'll be at in Brundage at Pike County Bulldog Stadium, and New Brockton's coming in, and it's a region game, Coach. Best of luck, and I'm calling it now.
Okay.
4 in a row right here. Get it together.
I like the way you speak.
And let's run it out right here.
Yes, sir.
Hey, right here on the Coaches Show, Coach Mark Hertz with the Pike County Bulldogs. We'll be right back.
Go Dogs.
Been putting prices in the red zone. Looks like blitz and scramble are up to their old tricks. More force. Right.
At MitchellNissan.com, you can juke all the waiting games and pick the model, trim, and accessories you want from anywhere. And you'll score extra points with our Customer Advantage package at no extra charge. That powers you to more savings.
Now that's what I call zone coverage. MitchellNissan.com. More, it's what we do.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. During Ram Power Days, all new Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500s are only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Hey, Bill, did you stream that finale last night?
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers.
Oh, they're vicious.
Customer inspired. That's C-Spire.
Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating with a big 6th anniversary with $6 over invoice. In stock inventory is only $6 over invoice, and you keep the rebates. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram models are only $6 over invoice. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
At Max Credit Union, we enjoy more. Serving more, teaching more, growing more, giving more, supporting more, sharing more, and more of everything. Max Credit Union is dedicated to connecting with our communities and members, providing all the financial, tools, services, and expertise they need to live their best life, providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
So many.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. On the phone interview with Coach David Watts from the GW Long Rebels. Coach, thank you for calling in tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Coach, 4-1 overall, 3-0 in the region, still undefeated in the region. Congratulations on a 62-35 win over Dale County last Friday night. Just speak to us briefly about how that game unfolded, the Dale County game last Friday night.
Well, we kind of got off to a slow start. We started out on defense, and they had the ball. They've had a couple injuries at quarterback, and so they came out and kind of surprised us a little bit. And they came out and did some single wing stuff, and we had a hard time getting lined up to it right to begin with. They scored 2 plays after they had it. We turned the ball over on the very first play that we had it, and luckily our defense stiffened up and held them. And then we kind of evened things out a little bit after that and played a little better. Defense was able to create several turnovers in the game. We actually got 4 fumbles. Our defense scored twice, and we intercepted the ball 3 times. So the defense came up with some big plays for us the other night in the game and bailed us out of some situations where we put ourselves in a tough spot.
I got you, Coach. Quarterback Bryson Hughes, Coach, another big game. We talk about it every Wednesday. He rushes for 214 yards. He rushed for 3 touchdowns, runs of 80, 20, and 34 yards. He also passed for another 141 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Coach, he was involved directly in 6 of y'all's touchdowns. Just talk to us about Bryson and his guidance of the team.
Yeah, Bryson is obviously a huge part of what we do. He's kind of led our running attack for us. We've, we use our running back a lot in the run game. Just it evens the numbers up. If your quarterback's not involved, you're always minus a guy in the run game. And he's a big, strong kid. He's up close to 200 pounds now, and he's able to handle that, and he's a punishing runner, but he's got some speed too, and he's made several huge plays for us. And then, you know, in the passing game, we're very young and inexperienced in our receiver spots. We lost 4 starters last year off of we had 4 seniors that were starting receivers. We lost all 4 of them.
Coach,
and those guys are coming along and they're getting better and better every week.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to hit on those young receivers. The 3 passing touchdowns. Cameron Richards, he had one for 48 yards. Preston Williams caught a touchdown pass for 64 yards, and Braden White had for 19 yards. Those are the 3 young guys you're referencing?
Well, 2 of them. Braden is an experienced guy, and he was actually at running back when he caught that touchdown. We unfortunately had a couple injuries, and we had 2 running backs go down last week. And Braden's the next guy there. He played some running back for us last year, and he plays in the slot for us most of the time. But now he's a senior. But now Preston is a 9th grader, and he's come up with some really big plays for us. And Cam is a junior, but he's a guy that didn't play a lot of receiver for us last year. He did play a lot in the defensive backfield, but just didn't get a lot of reps at receiver. But he's been really good for us, especially the last several weeks. And we obviously are trying to do as good a job as we can in the run game, and a lot of times Cam's catches are kind of extensions of our run game. They're RPO plays or they're throwouts off of some of our run game stuff, and he's catching a lot of balls at the line of scrimmage. He's got good vision and runs well, and he's been able to make a lot of plays.
Coach, 62 points and a ton of offensive yards, but how did y'all keep the penalties under control, the false starts, the holdings, the lining up offsides? Was that under control this week?
Yeah, we did. We've done a much better job the last few weeks of avoiding the penalties. We had some issue with pre-snap penalties early in the year, but the biggest issue we had was, we got called quite a bit for holding, and I think a lot of that had to do with, some of our technique, using our feet properly to get in front of guys. A lot of those holding penalties were on the edges. They weren't in the box. They weren't on linemen, but guys have worked really hard at it and have done a good job. We've cut down on a lot of the penalties.
Gotcha. Coach, on the defensive side of the ball, the same name pops up, Cameron Richards, but also Blaine Wood. Both of those guys had scooping scores. Talk to us about those scooping scores, Cameron's and Blaine's.
Yeah, Cam was kind of just Johnny on the spot. But he had one that bounced twice and hopped right into his lap, and he knew what to do with it when he got it. Blaine, on the other hand, was one that we had put a little bit of a drive together and stalled out, and actually we used our regular offense to punt. Bryson punted it for us.
A little quick kick?
A little quick kick, and we pinned them back down on the 3 or the 4 yard line, and then caused a fumble, and Blaine fell on it in the end zone. So
nice.
But we set that up obviously with good special teams play, getting the ball pinned deep, and then our defense made a play when they needed to.
Yeah, that was where I was going next. How did you grade your special teams last Friday night?
I think we're getting better and better there. Our place kicking was much better. We did miss one extra point, and it was actually on the second attempt. I think we went 6 for 7 on the extra points, and we, like I said, the one we missed, he kicked it through the uprights, and they blew the whistle because they didn't have the box set on the sidelines, and then we got the next one blocked. But outside of that, we were very good there. He's doing a much better job. His timing has gotten a little bit better. It's Roma Daniel for us. He plays soccer for us, and he's kind of new to the place kicking, but he's gotten better and better and better. He does a really good job on kickoffs for us. Kicks it down deep. We usually kicks the ball inside the 10, and our coverage units are doing a good job. And luckily, outside of that one quick kick, we didn't have to punt any the other night, so that's always a positive.
Yes, sir, no doubt. Coach, Getting into week 7 here, it's a contact sport. It's a violent sport. The bumps and bruises are on top of each other. Bruises on top of bruises and bumps, and you said you had 2 running backs go down. How many ice buckets y'all got out? How's your health right now?
Well, we're outside of those 2 guys. We're doing okay. Everybody, is a little bit banged up. Everybody's feeling it, but the last time you feel good during football season is the day before that first practice. So
yeah.
But I mean, the two guys at running back are still out. Swade Kirkley had a shoulder injury, and he's hopeful that we can get him back next week, but he's not going to be able to go this time. And then Cohen Pritchett, who also plays outside linebacker for us, had a foot injury, and his was a little bit more serious, and we don't know exactly what the end result will be, but we may be without him for a little while.
Okay, Coach, turning the page here, moving on to Zion Chapel. It's a region game. They come to y'all. Coach, they're coming off a big win over Pleasant Home. They put up 39 points. They beat Pleasant Home 39-6. They are 2-3 on the year. Speak to us a little bit about what challenges the Zion Chapel brings over to GW Long this Friday night.
Yeah, well, the first thing I think that stands out with them is they're really big. Both lines of scrimmage, their defensive line and offensive line, are really big guys. They run the ball very effectively. They have a quarterback that is a very good player, very similar to the guy that we've got. He throws it well, he runs it well, and just like we run the quarterback because it gives us an extra guy, they're doing the same thing. So that obviously presents some issues, especially when he's able to also spin it out there and throw the ball on you. So that limits the amount of guys you can get down in the run game. But defensively, they're a 4-down team, and those big guys they got up front are hard to move. So it's going to be a challenge to see if we can run the ball effectively this week.
Gotcha. Coach, you're finishing the season here with 4 straight region games, and then you cap off the end of the season with Rehoboth, and you're 3-0 in the region. If you win these last 4, you finish 7-0 in the region, and I'm looking at it. You got Zion Chapel, Cottonwood, Abbeville, and Wicksburg. I think y'all can do it, Coach. I think you can run 7-0 in this region, and I really think y'all are on a roll.
Well, I hope so, but we've got some big challenges ahead. This week is going to be a challenge for us, and then we've got some tough games coming for sure. Cottonwood's got a very good team, and they're going to be a huge challenge for us. And as I told our kids today, none of them for us are easy. We're not in a position where we're going to just walk on the field and have way better players than anybody that we play. We got very tough kids. They're very smart, and we have to win games. Outsmarting people and out. Our kids are smart. They get to where they're supposed to be, and they're tough. That's how we got to win games. I don't think we're going to run away from anybody.
And Coach, you're not going to say it because you never would, but they're also well coached, and that helps every time.
Well, I don't know. We do have some good guys. I got a couple coordinators that do a very good job for us. Probably the best decision that I made was I fired our offensive coordinator from last year and hired somebody else. That was me. I was the offensive coordinator last year.
Coach. Oh, Lord.
I was the one calling the plays last year, and I didn't think that the guy calling the plays was doing a very good job. So Mason Stevens calls the plays for us on offense. Does a really, really good job. He's really made a difference for us on the offensive side this year. He was our defensive coordinator last year, and I flipped him over, and Jake Griggs is calling the defense for us. Both of those guys are GW Long guys. They graduated from there. and they love the place, and they do an outstanding job.
Coach, that's awesome. Well, look, I know you got 1,000 other things you could be doing, and I sure appreciate you taking the time to give us a call and give us a quick interview. And best of luck this Friday night when Zion Chapel comes to town, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Coach David Watts with GW Long. And that wraps up the Coaches Show for tonight. I appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you next Wednesday night. See you.
People have had a great experience here at Gillen Ford. But don't take my word for it.
When I wanted a new Ford Edge, I knew exactly what I was looking for. And Gillen Ford made it happen, all while treating me like family.
I stopped by Gillen Ford looking for a pickup.